You know,
But he's
right
planning
now.
to improvise. He's planning to improvise, though.
Yeah, something you can do. I can already tell that
Yeah.
Reed and Noah are going to become fast friends.
Yeah, planning to nah. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stone Face Reactions. I'm Zeta, beneath me is Justin, beneath him is Lessons, and we are back with episode 6 of Mobile Suit Gundam. Who wants to lead us through what happened last time?
Okay. By default, the white base is preparing to re-enter Earth, accompanied by a shuttle from the escorting cruiser. Char has a plan to try to intercept them before they do that by attacking them with his new equipped Sakus, and battle ensues. As the time is ticking down and re-entry will claim them all, eventually Amuro is able to fight them off, but is left outside of the white base, having to re-enter the atmosphere himself. Luckily, he reads the manual, literally,
Very
and
smart.
and deploys a temporary heat shield, which prevents him from burning up. But do discover that the attack did force the white base to divert to flying over Zeon occupied territory. And so Char, being the weaselly asshole that he is, he calls up his old friend, Garma, and says, "Hey, Garma, I have a gift for you. A secret enemy advanced cruiser and their new mobile suit. Help me out and you will be the hero." Garma's like, "Yes, I'm going to deploy me fighters to destroy them."
As we all know, that's classically Garma's accent.
Yeah, of course, yes. And he does, and that's the end of the episode. Oh, and Amuro fixes a toy car for a little kid.
Most important part of the episode right there.
Yes, very cute. And also the Colombians keep a handful of coffee beans in their suit pockets because that's a Colombian thing.
To be fair, I don't know what the hell's on my voice today. To be fair, dude just said he was from South America and he had a plantation. You're just assuming just because it's coffee, it's Colombia.
Where else in South America do you know that they grow? Well, other places, but
I don't drink coffee. I'm just saying, you're stereotyping this old man.
I mean,
maybe, and you might recall, they had to evacuate pretty quickly, from the Side 7. Maybe he was making coffee and just had a bunch of coffee beans in his hand.
And he just stuffed them in his pocket because that's what you do.
Maybe he was like, didn't bring any food. Keep his coffee beans. Maybe I'll chew on his coffee beans. Look, man.
Whoa, that's desperation.
What's the first thing that we saw from the civilians that were on board the ship? It was the Fra and I think the kids getting them food. So clearly they were ill prepared.
So there's so they've turned to eating coffee beans.
Dude has coffee beans in his pocket, man. Just just in case.
So next time you're frying an egg or something, and somebody goes, "Yeah, we gotta go," just stuff the egg in the pocket. Pocket egg. There you go.
Yeah.
Eat it later.
I mean, if it's that or starve, you just became a refugee in like 6 seconds. I think if you could put it in your pocket. What's that game? 60 seconds? Where you have to run through the house, grabbing everything you can in 60 seconds to put in your bomb shelter before the nuke hits. It's that mentality.
I'm just trying to imagine, how you'd have to cook an egg to make it actually suitable as a pocket egg.
Hard-boiled?
I guess you had a hard-boiled. Well, hard-boiled or over hard?
You'd have to keep it in the shell.
No, you can cook it over hard and just shove it in the bucket. It's gonna be pretty dry afterwards.
Well, remember, we're talking about we're talking about a coat pocket, like outside, not like your pants pocket where it's gonna crush.
Oh no, I'm fully aware of that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hard-boiled egg. Yeah, I guess overcooked, like Lesson said. I don't eat eggs. I just know the ones you can eat with a knife and fork. That method of cooking them.
Or a steak or something, like a burger, steak. Oh, like my steak is burned.
There you go. Pocket egg is not has zero efficiency.
Well, you're desperate. You gotta go, right?
Yeah, the evacuation order's been sent. We know.
Yeah.
Look, this is a note that I didn't include in my original one because it involved an estimation that Griffin made. Because we get the estimate that there's like 30,000 engineers on Side 7. And I think Griffin was like, it couldn't all just be engineers. It's got to be friends, family, whatnot, a whole support system. So he was guesstimating like 120,000 people on Side 7 just based on the estimate from 30,000 engineers.
Yeah.
And we get told that only 100 civilians are on White Base, implying how many people died on Side 7, considering that Sayla and Frog go out and find nobody before they have to evacuate or abandon the place. And we know there's a
Yeah.
giant hole in the side leaking air.
Yep.
So, some percentage. I know I also go off on a tangent. Why not? We're in the meeting. I also go off on a tangent on that one about zombie movies. Or outbreak movies. Well, because it's always if you do the math, and I've done the math a lot for London for some reason, that even if you did like 99% of the population died, the population per square mile would still be so large that if 99% of the people died in London, you'd still be running into people all the time. It wouldn't be as abandoned as say 28 days later rather.
Yep.
Where you can't run into anybody, or maybe like 4 people in all of London. That's one of those scenarios where 99.9999999 people have to die for
Yeah,
people
but
becoming that rare.
that's Londoners running away from an Irishman. That's not that unusual.
Cool, so let that sit for a bit. We'll let that one sit for a little bit. But yeah, no, I mean, my point stands is like that's how many people died on Side 7. Is that we got 100, even out of 30,000, that's a small percentage. But if you like buy into Griffin's old estimate that those 30,000 engineers had to have support staff, family, because like Tem brings his kid with him. There's a bunch of kids. There's a school. Those teachers aren't engineers; they're teachers. So
Yeah.
Maybe they teach engineering.
There's Frog family.
doesn't
too.
make them
There's
engineers.
the grandparent and the and I don't know, unless Frog's mom was a engineer. Her grandfather maybe not.
We don't
Or vice versa. He was an engineer, but
we don't see any evidence that Frog's mom. Sorry, I forgot what Frog's mom was called. She actually has a name. It sounds a lot like Frog, but we have no evidence that her husband doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's not there at the scene of all the corpses, but maybe her husband's an engineer. I'm not trying to be sexist here. It's just that we don't see Frog's mom do anything. She's at home the only time we ever see her.
Or here.
Right. I mean, it's
Yeah.
entirely possible her mom could be an engineer, but the fact that she stays home to raise the kid or take care of her dad, maybe, might imply that her husband is at the secret side of the colony doing engineering work.
That makes sense because if you're being, especially if they specifically brought engineers here, they're probably making a decent chunk of.
Also, remember that the side was during construction as well, so it wasn't finished.
Right.
So,
But it's the doctor
we
that
also have, yeah.
Right.
You got to have construction workers and other people, architects.
The
with
only
side engineers, yeah.
the only point of reference that we get is during the origin episode where Sayla is talking to the chief of that hospital on the side that I can't remember the name of, and says, "We're gonna send you off to Side 7 because there's no doctors there." He says, point blank, 30,000 people, no doctors. But he says 30,000 engineers. That's the only statistic we get on the population.
I imagine one of the biggest problems on that base might be just little medical stuff or like things that need medication.
I mean, it's the future, right? They might be like all tele-MD, telehealth, whatever applies to you, whatever's the better reference. Yeah. All right. Anything else y'all want to say before we get into this?
No.
All right, let's go ahead and get on into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
It is a good comment, though.
What about Carl's voice actor dying when he was young?
Yeah.
That's my latest comment. Probably because I liked your other one, which takes it off the latest comments view. So every time I look down, it's like, Carl's voice actor died. It was pretty young. He could be replaced at any time. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know why we'd go back to Mega Road 1, but okay.
Sometimes you got to, you know?
I'm pretty sure the line of thought was this ends the story of these people. It's not like we're ever going to go back and see previous people from other shows and doing some sort of crossover event. It's a joke. I already know we go. Yeah, the title of a thing. So, Fire Bomber meets whatever.
Yeah. No shows have crossovers ever. That's not a thing, right?
God, it does feel like we're watching Macross 7 sometimes, though.
Yeah, I'm watching the same thing over and over again. There goes the eagle.
Hope nothing bad happens. So
I hope
it's
they
just
come back and visit here, you know?
Oh no.
宇宙世紀0079宇宙都市サイド3はジオン公国を名乗り地球連邦政府に独立戦争を挑んできたこの戦いでジオン公国と連邦は総人口の半分を
I can't wait till all of those ships turn into one big robot.
人々はその自らの行為に恐怖した
such a diorama.
Garma 出撃っす
Silly, the strike isn't in this show.
地球にいるジオンの空軍かガウ攻撃空母の一個中隊が展開してますかなりの数だな
I mean, it's a number. Sorry. That guy is head down, ass up.
ガルマ大佐無罪のカプセル収容しましたよっしゃ君らしくもないな連邦軍の船一隻に手こずって言うなよガルマ
I like the piano music, the background. I feel like he's like listening to classical music while commanding. It's like,
Garma definitely holds more of a presence here than Origins.
わざわざ君が出てくることもなかったと言いたいのかいや友人として君を迎えに来ただけでもいいじゃあ大気圏を突破してきた船であるということをお忘れなくあその点から推測できる戦闘力を今計算させている
okay, how are you calculating the strength exactly? Other than it made it through the atmosphere. Like,
I mean, I'd assume that Char gave them all the information from every time they've tried to attack it.
yeah, I guess so.
So they
But
know
it's
what
like,
weapons they have and everything like that.
あれに対しても私の男を上げさせようという心遣いかい笑うなよ兵が見ている
he looks more confident than he used to be.
So true.
Well, yeah, he's got 8 months of war under his belt.
バランサーの計測に入る発弾が一発でもあったらただじゃ置かないぞ大丈夫ですよ
If you fuck this up, I'll beat the crap out of you. Don't fuck it up.
ご精が出ますね。しかしね、目の前に敵さんがいるのよ。間に合うの？茶化さないでください。
カイ君、あなたはタンクの整備の担当でしょ？
済んだよ。
なら第一戦闘配備のまま待機してください。
おいじゃあんた。
ブリッジのモニターであなたがチェックできませんでした。ブライトの命令で探してい
So
たん
I'm
です。
fucking watching all of you.
どうも。ガ
Hmm.
ンダムを出動させればことは済むんだよ。このジオン軍の壁を突破するにはそれしかない。アムロには休息が必要です。しかし今までの敵と違って戦力を揃えてきているんだぞ。敵の出方を待つしかありません。私が指揮するんだ。コアファイターが1機、ガンダムが1機。これで中央を突破する。
Okay.
やめないか騒がしい。
Here it comes.
見ろ、ライト。
Hey, it's a fucking asshole.
サイド。
Yeah.
各員、ここに迎撃しろ。ドップの編隊をホワイトベースに
The
近づけるな。
docks.
Here it comes.
トップ後方に回りました。我々の逃げ道を塞ぐつもりです。ブライト、君は命令違反を犯しているんだぞ。命令を実行する前にドップが襲いかかったんです。ブライトさん、行きます。アムロ、事情はセーラさんから聞きました。
I like the fact that Xeon isn't harmless. Like Xeon can actually mess them up if they're not tactical.
ブライト、ガンダムを行かせろ。ガンダムは空中専用の兵器ではないことをお忘れなく。ましてアムロです。接近戦にはならないはずです。ガンタンクで狙撃するってのどうでしょう。アムロの負担も少なくなるし。隼人、了解だ。ガンダムからガンタンクへ搬送を急げ。コアファイター2機は迎撃要員として残せ。よろしいですね。突破できるんだな。わかるもん。
You know,
But he's
right
planning
now.
to improvise. He's planning to improvise, though.
Yeah. Something you can do. I can already tell that we
Yeah.
didn't know we were going to become fast friends.
Yeah, planning to nah. Yeah.
ガンタンク、搬送急げ。
ブライト、敵が攻撃を控えているのはなぜ
I like how the magical train was at level then before and then it's up again and down again.
高度を下げろ。未来。
Well, I like he's pointing at it and telling people what to do, as though there was a camera on his side. It's just a screen.
You know they're using like stock sounds of like machinery and everything.
There's nothing wrong with you with using stock sounds. You can get some of them just work.
ガンタンク発進位置へ前進、以後待機のこと。
You know, but I know this now because I use a lot of them in my own videos, so it's like, yeah. Free libraries are great.
完全にオーバーワークだわ。けど。
アムロ、ホワイトベースから出たらなるべく離れてくれ。敵の隊列を混乱させよう。賛成できないな。そうだろう。敵の狙いはホワイトベースだ。離れたら援護ができなくなる。違うんだ、アムロ。ガンタンクなら敵の注意を十分に引けるから、敵の戦力を分散させるために、隼人は敵を一機でも多く撃ち落とせばいいんだ。
Stop talking to me, Hayato.
山を盾にし
Don't you have judo practice?
地上部隊を前進させろ。敵艦を捕捉、占拠するぞ。
You don't know what practice he has.
ホワイトベース固定します。ガンタンク発進 OK です。アムロ発進 OK。バランス確認の上、効果。
了解。発進します。隼人いいな。行くぞ。なんだあれは。戦車のようだな。
Yeah, it's some sort of gun tank.
右後方戦艦。
True.
Virtually, the white base is getting nowhere.
なんだ。
Wasn't it already established that gun tanks aren't that powerful?
That's one of the issues with people have with Origins.
And these shitty things. Johnny, you're not gonna make it alive. To wherever you're going, keep talking.
Yeah.
変わります。
大丈夫かい。
これを引くのですね。
すまん。すごい。やった。
Bang.
That says less about her, more about you.
To
Yeah.
be fair, the guy's head bandaged. I think should give him a little whack.
アムロ、敵は僕たちがホワイトベースの前にいる以上、規則的な攻撃を強めてくるばかりだ。ホワイトベースを離れるわけにはいかない。このまま突っ込んで脱出路を作るんだ。アムロ、ブライトだ。君に頼みたい。マゼラアタックに対してガンタンクは小回りが利かない。ガンダムでやってくれるか。ブライトさん、頼む。ガンタンクの方は竜に操作させる。ブライトさん、アムロ、ブライ
I mean, it
トさん
wasn't
の
an
言う通
order.
りだ。マゼラアタックは
There's a request and some begging.
戦いやすいか。
Yeah.
了解です。ガンタンクはカイかセーラさんに操縦させてください。セーラさんならできるはずです。
I didn't know the old gun tanks could float in the air like that, but this is a new version.
I mean, more confusing. It looks like air jets.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of pressure it takes to lift that many tons up into the air.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
But yeah, just someone sneezing.
申し上げます。あの戦車は新型のモビルスーツの一機のようだとの報告が入っております。
モビルスーツ、あれがか。あれが連邦軍のモビルスーツだというのか。
は、火力が波の戦車のようではないと。
モビルスーツにはモビルスーツで戦え。
What's a conventional tank for these people?
海に逃がしてしまっては連邦軍の制空圏内に飛び込まれるかもしれぬ。
I love the guy just opens up like a newspaper. It's like, well, I have to report the news from the front, sir. Breaking news.
Well, yeah,
We're getting
I'll
our
make
ass kicked.
He's keeping all of his notes in a folder.
言ってくれるのか。しょうがねえだろ。
飲んでって栄養剤よ。こんなことしかできない。
Haha, joke you.
ありがとう。
I just pissed in that cup.
頑張ってね。
頼むぜ。
Two girls, one cup.
リュウ、自信がなければいいのよ。
やむを得んでしょう。発進します。
僕だって自信があってやるわけじゃないのに。
アムロ、何か言って。
いや、アムロガンダム発進します。
急がないで。ガンタンク発進までスタンバイです。
もうこれだ、すべてこれだ。
And I get what he's saying, even though it's technically not true, because we're literally just in the fight.
Yeah.
But I assume he's coming from a position of I'm always waiting for an attack to happen. I have no moments of calm. What?
ガルマが苦戦して当然さ。我々が二度ならず機密取りに失敗した理由を彼が証明してくれている。しかも我々以上の戦力でな。お、ドズル将軍も決して私の力不足ではなかったことを認識することになる。
なるほど。
ガルマはモビルスーツに乗ったが。
いいえ。
そうか。ガルマは乗らなかったか。彼がガンダムと戦って死ぬもよし、危ういところを私が出て救うもよしと思っていたがな。ガンタンクが正面、
See, it's still all part of his plan. He knew where Garma was, and he lured the Gundam out to the Garma spot, so he earned some points with the zombie family.
But that's not planning to improvise.
That has
He
nothing
planned
to
out.
do with this. That's a previous discussion that had nothing to do with this. Crap, now I've got to learn how to control these. What are they called? Legs?
Well, he learns quickly.
He spends all of his free time reading the operator's manual. That's why I find these tanks to be so stupid. Because it doesn't feel like the tank was designed for any good reason. It feels like, well, if we just designed the jets and the tank to be stored together, we'll save some money.
Yeah, they're flanking you. That's what they're doing.
You put that cockpit on a spring.
Yeah. Yeah, Amuro's really not that great of a pilot.
Hey, remember when I did this on Side 7? The exact same move in animation?
Yeah, but he used it to take out a tank and a Sako at the same time, so you know, don't knock the classics.
Yeah, it's only because the first time he did it, there wasn't a Zaku with a tank to be destroyed. Gone berserk. The rules are I don't lose berserk unless I stop attacking.
Yeah.
For getting hit.
Okay. Pause for epic reveal.
基地へ帰還する。このまま帰還するんですか、大佐。見ただろう、敵の威力を。私はあれを無傷で手に入れたい。あれは今度の対戦の戦略を大きく塗り替える戦力だ。が、奴らを大陸から一歩も出すな。私の監視の目の中に泳がせておけ。私は必ず仕留める。
I mean, I honestly don't know how you accomplish that. Unless you lure Amuro out of the suit.
Yeah.
まだ大陸には連邦軍の地下組織が抵抗を続けているはずよ。
どうやって接触するかだな。
Yeah, like realistically, you gotta get onto the ship and then get in the suit while it's on the ship.
The sad trumpet. The sad trumpet is sad.
アムロお疲れ様。
Sometimes sad trumpet is all you got.
アムロ。
アムロお疲れ。
お疲れ様。チェ、気取りやがってよ。戦ったら何もガンダムばかりじゃねえんだよ。よしなよ、そんな言い方。
Amuro is too tired for your shit. Like, no, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Haru just chose to be one of the kids.
シャンペンも持ってきたからさ。アムロ、パイで乾杯しようよ。アムロ乾杯。アムロ乾杯。
一人にしてくれよ。な。
何よアムロ。
He's going through some shit right now. That's what's wrong.
Him and his Buck Rogers style spacesuit.
Here, you play the Fallout opening on this.
War. Something about adjustments and things.
シャア、ガルマか。なぜあの機密の凄さを教えてくれなかったのだ。言ったさ。ジオン十字勲章ものだとな。次のチャンスを狙っているんだろう。ああ、抜かりはない。俺も協力する。君の手助けができるのは嬉しいものだ。助かる。君の力を得れば100人力だ。これでキシリア姉さんにも実力を示すことができる。
I feel like it should have been about there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
なんだ。私は良いとも思った。水臭いな今さら。
It's like,
Having a
days,
conversation with
it's like your
Luke.
days back in the academy.
Yeah.
Again, we wouldn't know about his eye color thing at this point in the show if we were watching the show only, so
Yeah.
the only thing that would seemingly work to imply is, oh, Char's kind of cute, or something.
Well, that's actually Char.
連邦軍本部と連絡を取るため、アムロは敵陣を飛び越す作戦を実行した。しかし、シャアがその作戦の出花をくじく。コアファイターはガンダムに完走してシャアに立ち向かえるのか。
Probably.
戦士ガンダム。次回、コアファイター脱出
That might
せ
be
よ。
possible.
君は生き延びることができるか。
Oh,
I mean, if it doesn't, what are we gonna
that,
do that
the
episode?
stories. The end of the episode and the theories.
Well, I mean, sure, they could try and test a thing they've never done before, but why even bring it up if it's not gonna work?
Well, what actually happens is Amuro dies, and they put the little girl in the Gundam.
And they win.
I mean, which little girl? There's at least two
Well,
of them.
The one that stomped on the guy's foot and would probably take out like 5 people if you gave her a gun.
Oh, 3 of them then. And then you meant little girl as the young girl.
Yeah.
I was thinking Fra and I cannot remember her name.
Here,
I will confirm or deny in just one moment. Yeah, Mirai. She's pretty short. Like Fra's like slightly taller than her. Well, I mean, thoughts?
good episode. I like the fact that we see Amuro getting tired and more tired and more frustrated with the situation, and it's like, okay, you want me to do the gun tank thing? Okay, I'll do the gun tank thing. Oh, you want me to do the Gundam thing? Okay, I'll do the Gundam thing. All these people try to kill me. Oh, I'm just tired of these assholes. Okay, I'm just gonna sword them to death because I more, you know. And Garma's like, yeah, we can take him. Well, I guess we couldn't.
Well, I mean,
I like that Garma seems tactical, unlike a lot of other. Unlike previously, where it was just like, here, sit by my side and maybe make people question our relationship. Versus here, Garma's like, hey, I know what I'm doing, but I'm going to make people question our relationship.
I mean, to the Amuro thing, it goes to what I said before, that he went from fighting mode back at Side 7 to survival mode. And
Yeah.
he's just not sleeping or eating anymore, so he's basically, I assume, just running off of adrenaline. I was gonna say steroids, I don't know why. He's running off of adrenaline. Probably why he can't sleep.
Oh, guaranteed. Like, he's clearly going through a lot. Like, it's not a good time to be Amuro.
Well,
And that's good because we see that essentially the Gundam is practically invulnerable to most attacks. So how do we show that there's tension, that there's other things like, oh, well, he might be invulnerable, but the white base is not invulnerable, right? And we have this enemy that keeps attacking us. And I got to protect people. And everything falls on my shoulder. So the human, they do a good job of humanizing him and keeping that humanization, right? Where another show, he would be like, especially in the 1970s, like if you talk about, big robot, heroic robots, like, I am the hero, I just beat them up. Aha, another battle won. Will the enemy come back again? I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, again, it goes to what he said before of always waiting. That's what he's doing right now. He's just rolled up into his bed, waiting for the next time he's gonna get called on. He didn't even want to celebrate.
And reminder, he's also a teenager.
Yep.
A trained soldier.
Again, I said Coop is an Amuro clone. And Coop is I don't know. Coop is what, early 20s? That's hard to tell. It's a Mega XLR for you Toonami fans out there. Yeah, I guess not much to say about this episode then. So, I guess we'll just roll up here. I don't roll up. What the hell? Brain. So I've been Theta. Beneath me is Justin. Beneath him is Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?